Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Brian.
And I'm Shauna.
And we're back with another edition of What's in the Glen Wednesday. All right, everybody. So here we go. We're going to do the blind draw that we always do.
The basket got really heavy.
Yeah, we
got some more samples in.
Number
Pretty
23.
excited. And I think that's actually one of the new samples from Charles. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, Charles. Always fueling Shauna's favorite episode of the show.
He is.
That's awful light.
It is a little bit of a light one, isn't it? He must have thought I needed a little bit more tonight, guys.
I think they're probably pretty even.
Oh, they are. It just looked like it had more in it.
That's why I poured and she doesn't. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers and a happy Wednesday.
Yes, happy Wednesday, everyone.
Getting some sweet.
I'm getting some spice. Sweet and spicy.
And everything nice.
A little bit of maybe the brown sugar note. Just a slight one, though. It's with your sweetness that you're getting.
Yeah, I got a little bit on that second or third sniff there. I got a little bit of the heat come back to the back of my throat.
A little bit of caramel. Getting a slight tobacco note with some char.
I think it's going to be creamy.
Oh, it has a nice nose.
You going in?
I'm going in.
And it is creamy. What is that? Is
That is
caramel?
different.
What, caramel heavy on the front?
I would say it's definitely caramel heavy.
I didn't get that brown sugar that always hits me.
It would. And it's still like tart. Are you getting like
Yeah, I might have got a little
like
bit
a
of tart.
tartness, like, and it's still on the finish for me.
It's definitely creamy too. It really coats.
That was a really unique first sip.
Let's see how the second sip hits. Hey guys, before I forget, if you would please, you know what's coming. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Drop us a comment.
Wow. Cocoa's coming through. I'm getting a lot of chocolate. Still getting that tartness. It's really... You think this is the single malt, maybe?
I don't know. It's really weird. It's not in a bad way. It's a great taste.
A little bit of, there's a citrus note on it to go with that kind of tartness. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And a little bit of a floral note on the finish.
I do get a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Here's what's odd to me. It almost, so it's very viscous. It really coats your mouth, but yet it tastes thin. And I know that, and it may be all that caramel, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can definitely get the caramel that you're getting on the front. It quickly goes away for me though.
Yeah, but man, when it hits your palate, it's literally like eating a caramel candy.
A little bit of spice with it. I'm getting a little bit of a peanut note, nuttiness to it. But on the finish, I'm definitely getting like a cocoa note, but then it turns into that floral. Citrus notes, like kind of.
So you're going to laugh at me, and it's nothing I would have picked out if you wouldn't have said that. But it really is almost kind of like a roasted peanut.
Yeah. but there's still a tartness to it. And I'm not figuring out what that tartness
I'm not
is.
sure about the tart.
I am definitely getting a tart note each sip. I can tell you this is very unique, and I do not feel it's anything like what we've ever
We've never had this. There's no way.
It's a decent pour. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the tartness on it, but yet it has all kinds of other flavor profiles that I really like. And again, I mean, this is my first taste of the day, so it could just be my palate wasn't ready for it.
I've never had that much caramel on a taste before.
The caramel's great. It's just when it moves to that little tart note for me, it's good. It's a decent pour. It's not bad. It's not that I wouldn't drink it. I don't know if I'd order it. Like, if it was in a lineup. You know what I mean? Like if I would pick that as my...
I'd have it here at the bar.
Oh yeah, like if somebody poured it for
wouldn't
me,
go
I
out.
would drink it. But it's just has this tartness
I'm
to
just
it.
not getting the tart that you're getting. I'm getting, the caramel hasn't changed for me. It doesn't last a long time. I'm getting maybe some vanilla at the end of the caramel. That peanut note that you're talking, I've still got that. I'm just not
Getting the
finding.
chocolate
I'm
note?
not finding that tart. I might get a hint of chocolate, but
I think I get the tartness. I don't know if you do it as much as I do it, but you guys, Brian always makes fun of the faces. It's because I'm swishing the whiskey all throughout my palate to try to get those flavors, and the tartness really hits me right on the side of my tongue, like the edges of it. And so that time I really tried to keep it centered, and I didn't get it as much. But like if I get it on the edges of my tongue, it's really picking up that tartness.
I'll tell you what I don't get very much of, and that's oak.
No.
I've got a little bit of oak there, but not what you would expect.
You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb, and we have had some, but not very many. With the lightness of this one, I'm almost going to say it's a single malt whiskey. I'm going to go...
I'm just going to pour enough of a malt to compare color.
I'm going to go about 96 proof. Might only be about 94 proof. I didn't get a whole lot of heat on it. And you know, I am sorry. I can hear Rex chewing and chewing and chewing in the background. He just loves his fish bone. So sorry, guys. Yeah, it's about the same color.
Yeah, that particular one's maybe a little bit darker, but
Yeah.
but not very much.
So I'm locking in. I'm going to say a single malt. Cannot tell you what type of single malt. I'm not a big single malt drinker to even know names of them. But I'm going to go single malt. I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to say 95 proof. Because I was debating between 94 and 96. So I'm going to go 95 proof single malt whiskey.
Wow, you're going right down to a proof point. Right in the range. I'm going to go 98 just because I can't be the same as you.
Okay. What else should you say?
I like the malt call. It's different than, you know, we have had that malt. I think that's the only malt we've really ever had. It is very different, I think, than anything we've ever had. No idea as far as picking a distiller or anything like that.
You ready to see how
think so.
bad we did?
I think so. Let's see. These are they're frustrating because everything is a guess, but yet they're fun because yeah.
Not even close.
Okay.
So it's Russell's Reserve 6-year rye. Do we even have, we have a single barrel rye. We don't have the 6-year rye.
We do not have a 6-year rye.
So it is only 90 proof. The color is amber. Nose, lemon squares. Okay, so that lemon, I was getting the citrus, and I bet you that tartness
that's the tart
that I was getting.
coming off the finish of that.
Yep.
Lemon.
Oh, that's on the nose. Sorry. Lemon squares, honey glazed apples, sweet herbs, light oak, faint spearmint. Taste, vanilla, apple jelly, orange glaze, bit of honey candy, frosted sugar cookie, and confectionery spice. Finish, medium with caramel drizzle. Toasted oak, ginger ale, citrus, hints of nutmeg, and sassafras. Oh, it could have been the sassafras that I was getting. That's probably what that tart note was. Have you ever had sassafras?
I can't say that. I'm sure I have, but I can't say for sure that I have.
Yep. So way wrong. It was a rye,
Yeah,
not a single malt.
We missed that one
Missed it completely.
way out of the ballpark.
For a rye, it did not have a ton of baking spices and stuff to me.
No, it did not.
It was not spice forward or anything that would have led me to believe it was a rye. But I mean, I feel like we did kind of good on the notes. It was only a 90 proof, so 95 wasn't close, and 98 really wasn't close. So I think we kind of failed, but it was still fun.
Yeah, that was one of our worst rounds, probably. However, I do feel that we have not had that.
Oh, no, because the one we have is the single barrel, and that's the only Russells we have. So.
And really, if we go somewhere and we're drinking bourbon, generally it's at Andy's or Mike and Terry's, and Andy just doesn't, he's not much of a Russell's drinker.
No, nor a rye fan, I don't think.
Nor a rye fan. And Mike and Terry, they like Russell's, but generally that's not what they're sharing with us.
Right, yep. So, decent pour. I don't know if I would buy this bottle, though, honestly, though. Only because of that tartness I get. Because it really...
It's not, it wasn't a bad pour. But
no, it was not.
I'm betting, being a Russell's age stated, it's probably a $60 bottle anyway.
Probably between 50 and 60. I'm not sure.
And I just don't think it wouldn't be on my hit list. I don't think. Now, maybe it would change. You know what I mean? You don't know if this was a neck pour or, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we love the Russell's line. It's not that. To me, when I read the nose of the lemon squares, honestly, I was getting on the palate, that lemon tart, that tartness that was getting my tongue.
And I couldn't get the tart, no matter how hard I tried. I wasn't getting the tart. I had a hard time getting past the caramel. It was so strong.
It does have a nice caramel note. But just like that, I was having a hard time getting past the tartness, though.
Yep.
But not a horrible pour, not a bad pour.
Not at all.
If you like it, to me, a nice tarty caramel. It had a lot of flavor profiles. You know, regardless how much it says, because I'm not sure. It has a lot of, for as light in color as it is, it has a great flavor profiles. Like, you're able to pick out. It's not, you know, two notes. You're getting all kinds of stuff off of it.
I'm just looking real quick to see if it's available here.
And
it is available here. I mean, we've been wrong about everything else. We might as well be wrong about price. $39.99. 90 proof, which is what he said, right?
Yep.
Locally.
So for that price, it makes it even a better pour, I guess, because it's not overpriced.
Yeah, it's not available here in town, but it's available
I still
throughout the state.
I took another sip to see if I could get those rye notes, like the spice, still not really getting it.
It just doesn't have those characteristic rye flavors. I don't think.
No, I don't either, but I still got that tartness on it.
Yep.
you know, this is why I'm really glad that we don't know this stuff before we're tasting it, because it just makes me, you know, help tune in my tasting
Well,
notes
because
to see.
you don't know what you're looking for.
Right. So, no, it's fun.
Yeah.
So, Charles, thank you so much for sending this to us.
As
we really
always,
appreciate it.
Thank you, Charles. That was a great box that we opened from Charles.
It was.
So great the first one we pulled since we got the box was one of his. So
Yes.
That's great. Okay, I think that's all we have, right?
It is.
Okay, so that has been What's in Glen Wednesday, and we did not do well, but
We had fun.
yes, we did. So until next time, everybody, be safe.
Thanks, everyone.